But with the Buffalo Bills came out to play last Sunday, Backspin and J-GILLZ, they played a very good game. I know you had a nice interview with Damian Harris, and he had an excellent game. And I'm just surprised that now he's another big guy that plays fullback. He's also a halfback, fullback, but the Bills have him on kickoff returns. This shows the kind of speed that this man has.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. A big game, a huge key player, making the most of his touches. I mean, only 7 carries, I believe he had, but 33 yards and a major touchdown. And that's really the gist of the Bills offense. A lot of Bills fans finally got what they wanted. They wanted the Bills to run the ball. And guess what? The Bills ran the ball. And guess what? Josh Allen didn't turn the ball over. It's like ingredients to a recipe of success that you guys have been clamoring for years, and it's finally coming into fruition. Now, Ken Dorsey rushed out of that locker room immediately. He said, enough. I proved my point. Getting the hell out of here, and I'll see y'all next week. Because he's tired of the BS, and he's tired of everything getting put on him. But when Josh Allen finally handed the ball off, controlled the ball, he had his most efficient game of the year, 31 for 37, 80% completion. When's the last time Josh Allen had an 80% completion percentage and 3 touchdowns to go along with 30 carries from the Buffalo Bills as a team for over 150 rushing yards? I mean, Radman, tell me how you feeling about this. You've been the most vocal about this for years, about how they should play. They finally added. So how are you feeling, and how should this Bills fan base feel after a game like this?
Absolutely. It's funny because Kevin Kearns from the Bills media, when you were doing questions after the game, when I walked into the room, the media room for the post game interviews, he said, "Oh, right. I know what you're gonna ask about the running game, right?" I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Oh, is that clear?"
He already know.
Yeah, he already know. He said, "I know what your question gonna be."
A voice for the people. A voice for the people.
Finally, 39 carries. I'm very happy and very pleased with last week's 39 carries. James Cook showed that the thing I'm concerned with James Cook is just his durability, being such a small back, but he's quick, and now he's learning how to take a glancing blow. He's not taking the hits head on. He's taking glancing blows so far. So I hope that continues. I like that power sweep where he can cut it inside, go to the outside with the run. Latavius Murray is just a battering ram. I mean, and he got speed too. He can run, get you some good yards. Damian Harris showed you the speed on the kickoff. I mean, he brought one back 47 yards. He can also handle the rock. So you got 3 creditable running backs. Josh Allen should not be trying to carry the ball this much. When you get into big games or playoff games, playoff critical situations, that's when I don't mind seeing Josh Allen run with the ball, but not during the regular season, not every week. You got to hand the ball off like you did on this past Sunday. And right now it's raining heavily in the Baltimore area right now. They're expecting more rain from that tropical storm. It's going to rain most likely all day today into Sunday morning. Going to rain Sunday morning as well. Talking about maybe 2 inches of rain between now and kickoff time Sunday. So how's that grass field going to hold up? It should be the old school kind of football tomorrow. You may not recognize the numbers because it's going to be mud on them and everything. So it's going to be hopefully looking like it's shaping to be my type of football game where a lot of running, turnovers. The ball is wet, slippery, and to see who takes care of the rock more tomorrow will win that game between the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Commanders. And Jalen, let's go to Backspin. We'll go to the interview with Damian Harris. The nice interview that you had with Damian Harris after the game.
So, I got a good kick, and felt right to return it, and I was able to make a play, and just try to get energy, spark through our team, get some more energy.
KR1, KR1,
because I feel like at the time, things were a little stagnant. We were trying to find a momentum, find a rhythm, and making that play. I just wanted to get the. Nah, for real. Nah, for real. I just wanted to make a play, for the team and get the team, the stadium, get all the fans and everybody energized and excited.
What role does prayer play in your preparation?
Huge. You know what I mean? I'm a God-fearing man first and foremost. I'm so thankful that God blessed me to play this game and blessed me to be in this position that I'm in. Because you know, he didn't have to choose me, you know what I mean, to be in this position wearing 22 for the Buffalo Bills. So, you know, I love to take some time to reflect with the Lord and just give him my thanks and just ask for, you know, the courage and strength to go out and, you know, be the best version of myself. You know, I don't want to – my goal is never to go out and be Superman and make this play or make that play. You know, I just always pray for protection for myself, my teammates, the opponents, and just that we go out and we're the best versions of ourselves.
Thank you.
What was it like to play?
There you go. There you go. The Damon Harris, excellent God-fearing man that plays hard. And those guys do prepare. You don't hear about it as much, J-GILLZ, but I'm glad you're bringing it out with your questioning in the locker room and also on your show, Zeal Talk as well. You can hear more from Damon Harris and other athletes on there talking about faith in the whole 9 yards. Because you got to pray because you don't know if this is going to be your last game out there.
Absolutely. I mean, me and Baxman briefly talked about it. I had a chance to talk to Trevon Diggs, you know, and he does pray. And then this tragedy happens. And the importance of prayer is that when the tragedy happens, you can still remain faithful that you will be back and you will get better. And that's a lot what a lot of these players are doing. And that's what their, their foundation is set in. But one thing, Radman, that did strike me with this Damian Harris interview, as great as it was, as enlightening as it was, the comment that he made saying that, you know, he's just trying to do what God called him to do, but he's not trying to be Superman. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's one guy on the Bills that may be referred to as Superman, sometimes often than others. And, I think that the game in which they played was assigned to Josh Allen, like, hey, you know, this is the type of football that we're going to play. You know, you've had one of your most efficient games, 3 touchdowns, 80% completion. You didn't go deep, but guess what? You still got it done with a dominant performance over the Vegas Raiders. So I think that a lot of these guys in the locker room are looking, because like you said last week, Robin, it's a lot of new guys. You know, that whole running back room is new. LeGarrette Blount, who had a great touchdown. Damian Harris on both sides of the ball. You know, we talked to Leonard Floyd, talking about, a little slight to the offense, Taylor Rapp. So it's a lot of new guys on this team who are used to winning. They come from winning organizations. Damian Harris was a New England Patriot. You know, just do your job was his motto. So it's no ego involved there. So a lot of guys are looking at this offense and saying, you know what, we need to get it done by any means necessary. We see the recipe for success, and hopefully Josh Allen can humble himself and continue to play this type of football. And that's what we're going to have to see moving forward. You alluded, Radman, to the weather that's going to be going down in Landover, Maryland, FedEx Field this Sunday against the Washington Commanders. And I think that's going to be a brutal game. Not only is the weather going to be playing the conditions, but Eric Bieniemy has been doing a phenomenal job with that offense. Brian Robinson Jr., back out of Alabama, you might have all heard the story, tragically got shot in the leg in D.C. in the preseason last year. Rehab back, finished last year, came out strong this year with Eric Bieniemy. He's averaging 19 carries a game. So it's going to be a very, very physical game for the Buffalo Bills. We'll see if that defensive line can hold up and bring the big man down. But I'm very excited for that game, and I can't wait to get into it.
Absolutely, because they're going to be running the football. Latavius Murray, the Bills running back, definitely runs the ball very hard as well. And I think Josh Allen has to humble himself because he embarrassed himself in week 1 when we were at the Meadowlands. Remember after the game, J-GILLZ, when we were in the Bills locker room, he couldn't hardly talk. He was so embarrassed. And remember how some of the guys were kind of looking at him cross-eyed from across the room?
It was. Leonard Floyd said defense did our job. You know, they just couldn't put no points up. Now next week, Damian Harris, well, I ain't trying to be Superman. I'm just trying to get my job done. You know, a lot of these guys are looking at Josh and saying, Josh, it's time, man. You're supposed to be that guy. You're supposed to be leading us to the promised land. Granted, the Bills are a Super Bowl contender with him on the field. They just want you to clean it up a little bit, Josh. I said, you got to clean it up just a little bit if you want to taste that championship success.
Right. RPO, read pass option, run pass option, play, hand the ball off. The only option for you is hand that ball off. You're not taking the ball, running and trying to leap over people because, as you can see, it ended up in a loss. 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and 1 fumble against the New York Jets, who had a lot of trouble with the Dallas Cowboys last week down there in Big D. Man, the Dallas put on. I was shocked that that's a whole other game to talk about. But I was shocked that Nathaniel Hackett shows what a sorry offensive coordinator he is because you got a quarterback that doesn't have the confidence in his passing game, and you forcing him to pass like he's Aaron Rodgers. No, you got to change your call. They should have ran the ball 30 sometimes last week instead of passing the ball in their game. So these offensive coordinators got to learn. Josh Allen definitely, as you can hear from that comment, has to learn as well. And also, let's go to the offensive line. I want everybody tomorrow when you're watching the game, keep an eye on that offensive line, the rookie, number 64, Osiris Torrance. The young man out of Florida, he had a hell of a game. He was moving people Sunday against the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's hear what Osiris Torrance has to say.
When we going on fourth down, it's basically putting the offensive line back, especially the fourth one. So everybody in the stadium know he's finna run it. They know he's finna run it. So it's all on us. So to see he putting the trust in us 3 times to go for it on fourth down just makes us feel like we out there putting on like good tape for him to trust us to put the game in our hands like that. The communication of us, along with the running backs and tight ends and receivers, everybody know who we have to block, from the center's mic point to communicate with the tight ends and receivers and knowing who they got on certain like plays and stuff like that. And us up front being able to communicate well and being able to block the pressures up, because they did a lot of games and stunts in the run game. So us being able to switch it off in the run game, I feel like helped us out a lot.
Thank you. How was it out there? You feeling more comfortable than on Monday night? A short week and everything?
Yeah, definitely. I felt more relaxed and in my shoes, just being able to go out and just play football. And the home crowd definitely helped out a lot, because just the home feeling make you feel more comfortable. You're not in a away place, so you're not in enemy territory, so to say. So it just felt good. I felt more comfortable and ready to play and relax.
Excellent. I know you've been working on your footwork I've seen you officially talk.
Yes, sir, definitely.
How's that coming along?
Oh, it's coming along great. I feel like I'm really latching on to the coach's techniques, so it's definitely helping me out there. And I feel like I just can only get better from here on, so I'm just ready.
Yeah, technique. How important are those techniques?
It's very important, because everybody rushes differently, and you need to be ready for bull, speed, power, all those type of things. And I feel like the way I am, I'm a big, powerful person, so a lot of guys gonna kind of come in with speed. So me making sure my feet's quick and my hands and all those things fast and movement is definitely very important, because I don't want to get a bull rush too much. I feel like it.
All right, where do you go from here for next? And now you get ready.
I'm
next week.
Recover tonight and then start working on it tomorrow. Just look at the film, just kind of get ready, fine tune. Every week is different with teams you play. It's all about preparing best you can every day and getting the technique down and just getting ready to go out there and play.
Yes, indeed. And that's what he did. He's going out there playing, getting his footwork together. Osiris Torrance is number 64. Keep an eye on him next to Spencer Brown on the right-hand side of the Bills' offensive line, and see how he's doing, because he got a hell of assignment with Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen. Man, he got a hell of a man. I don't envy him tomorrow, man. Afternoon out there tomorrow afternoon.
It's the whole line, right, man. This is the first time I've been back in a minute. Like you said, Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne, and don't forget Chase Young going right at Spencer Brown all game. So it's going to be, it's going to be must-watch TV. Check out, man. I'm telling you, watch this game, y'all. If Osiris is that guy, we're going to find out tomorrow.